Hey everybody, Spin Dash back again with another haul video, and also to show you a little bit about what I got this weekend. But first, start off with PK Comic Book 411. I got the Ice Cube tray and the card game. Thank you very much for sending those, my man. This weekend, I went out to my back issue shop and getting ready for the new Moon Knight series that's coming out. So I went and I picked up the first 7 issues of the first run of Moon Knight. So I'm, because I didn't have these, I got quite a few of the other issues of this series, but I didn't have the first 7, so went out and bought them for a very good price from my shop. But now to what I got today for New Comic Book Day. First, I got the Star Wars Lucas Draft number 5. I'm enjoying this this draft. I got the Superior Carnage Annual, written by Cullen Bunn, who, stay tuned, he was on Panel to Panel with us on Friday night. We talked to him about a lot of things, about the Magneto series coming out, the Sinestro series, some Night of the Living Deadpool, a lot of Deadpool talk. Fearless Defenders talk, so I'll make sure you guys know when that podcast is all on. I got Trinity of Sin, Phantom Stranger, number 16. I'm loving the Phantom Stranger. I think it's one of the best titles currently in DC. I love this, Pandora, Justice League Dark. So I highly recommend the Phantom Stranger to anybody who is not reading it. I would highly recommend going and pick it up. Wolverine number 1, the new series. And what's really funny is I was at work and I hopped on Twitter and I saw somebody already had a review up of this at like 9 a.m. this morning. And I'm sitting there going, you know, I understand people need to get out reviews. They want to do reviews. But I don't know, like my shop and I know my friends' shops in other states don't open up until like noon. So it's, to me, if you're going to put out a review, I usually say wait. I understand it's like, oh, if we put out the review first and we talk about it, more people are going to want to go and buy it. But a lot of times in reviews, people give away a lot of the plot points and things like that. So I kind of like reviews a little bit after the book has been out, once I got a chance to read it. So a review at 9 a.m. on New Comic Book Day, to me, just seems like it defeats the purpose. I don't know. That's just me. I got X-Men number 10, or number 1. Still going on with the new Sisterhood and Lady Deathstrike. Avengers AI number 9. Hinterkind number 5. I really would like to know if anybody else out there reading Hinterkind. I want to know what your thoughts are. I like Hinterkind. I really do. I like the different take on the post-apocalyptic world and the different species, so to speak, that are inhabiting this world. So I'd like to know your thoughts, if you're reading Hinterkind, what you're thinking of the book. I got the Illegitimates number 3. It's a pretty fun series. It kind of answers the question, you know, if you're a James Bond fan, and I love old Bond films, if, you know, James Bond had relations with so many different women, but they never talk about the kids that may have happened, you know, come about it. So in this series, it's not Bond, but it's a Bond-type super spy who is killed in the line of duty. So the organization that he works for has to go and get his illegitimate children to kind of step in. So pretty interesting concept. It's a mini-series. I think it's only like 5 or 6 issues. But I'm liking it, so definitely pick that up. New Avengers number 14. I love this cover. The multi-armed Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange. And I can't wait to see what happens in this issue. You know, once it's written by Jonathan Hickman, so I know it's going to be good. I just don't know how good it's going to be, but we'll see. Noir number 4 with Miss Fury and Black Sparrow. This is I have said it before many times on Panel to Panel. I love Miss Fury, and I love this series with her and Black Sparrow. Miss Fury is not really a hero; she's an anti-hero, but she's just fantastic. It's a good miniseries from Dynamite. Pick it up. I love the artwork. Some people said they didn't like the art. I'll show you a little example. Some people say they don't like the art. I actually kind of like it. I think it does have that kind of noir feel to the artwork. So, a very interesting story, and I love it. Punisher, number 1. I know a lot of people probably picked up Punisher, written by Nathan Edmondson. He'll be on Panel to Panel with us on the 21st of February. I'm interested to see Frank Castle moving from New York to the West Coast, see what he gets into there. So I'm excited for Punisher. All New Invaders number 2. I loved the first one, and I loved how they opened it, starting off with Hammond, the Human Torch, kind of letting him be reintroduced to a new, younger audience of comic book fans. I know a lot of people wanted like a World War II story. Me personally, I feel it's been done in past Invaders stories. So to have something new that kind of ties in with what's going on after Infinity, I think is perfect. I think it's a good thing because for me personally, if it was a World War II story again, I feel it might have been a little stale. I think it might have been like, okay, cliche, we've done this before, we've seen this before. We did just get a past story with Captain America, Living Legend. It wasn't World War II, but it was still kind of a past. It talked about the past in World War II with flashbacks. But I think with the way that they're going with New Invaders, it's perfect. So I can't wait to read that. This next book, I have a personal relationship with. This is Joker's Daughter number 1, the one-shot. Now, if anybody read my review on Following the Nerd during Villains Month, I reviewed Joker's Daughter. I did not give it a glowing review, but I did not give it a fully negative review. And let me explain why. With Joker's Daughter, when I read a comic book, I'm not just looking at what's on the page. I'm looking at what's beyond. What can happen beyond this? How is this going to affect the universe as a whole, and where could they take this character? And I think a lot of people that read Joker's Daughter were expecting something more. I know I was expecting a little bit more, but at the same time, I read it and I was looking at it from a different point of view than everybody else. So I gave it like a 3 or a 3.5 out of 5. So a mid-grade, okay? While I felt it was not a strong story, I felt, it was at least something that was fun to read, and that there was going to be something built upon it. I was a little wrong because with the Catwoman series Underground with Joker's Daughter, I feel she was not utilized like she was hyped up to be. DC's been hyping her up. Even with this issue, they said DC's most talked about new character. So I will be reviewing this for Following the Nerd. I will be giving my 2 cents. But to the outlet that called me out because of my views on the Villains Month title, you know what? This is why we review things, is because it's an opinion. That was my opinion, and if you didn't agree with it, that's fine. But if you're going to sit there and call people out because they didn't agree with what you said and you think you're an elitist, well, brother, you got another thing coming. Okay? It's my rant. It's just my little rant. Next, I got the flip book, The Green Lantern and the Red Lantern, number 28. It says Red Daughter of Krypton. I'm excited to read this. I've been waiting for the Red Daughter of Krypton. Looking at the page, it will continue what was in the last issue of Red Lanterns. My only issue with this is where am I going to put it in my boxes? Am I putting it with Green Lanterns or am I putting it with Red Lanterns? I may have to go buy another copy just so I have one in Red Lanterns and one in Green Lanterns. But I've been excited ever since I saw this cover in previews. I was excited. I am a fan of the Supergirl series, so to see her get a Red Lantern ring and go crazy, I'm waiting. I can't wait to read this. Forever Evil number 5. I'm not going to say anything. It's Forever Evil number 5. Detective Comics number 28. I have so many mixed opinions on the Gothtopia storyline. I don't know where to start. I just read the Catwoman Gothtopia tie-in. Maybe this one will shed a little more light. Maybe this one will give me some more reason to say, okay, maybe the storyline is good. But we'll see. Captain America, number 16 or number 1. I love this because Jet Black is on the cover. I know they're going to do more with Jet Black. I love Captain America. Who doesn't love Captain America? Okay, Black Widow, number 3. Written by Nathan Edmondson again. I've got the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, number 8. Just like everybody, I think we all know this is such a good series. A really good series. A sleeper hit of the year last year. I got Loki, Agents of Asgard, number 1. This was a book I wasn't sure if I was going to pick up. But I decided I would give it a shot. See how I like it. And I'll give my thoughts on that. Next, the final issue of Marvel Knights Spider-Man. I love this issue. I love this series. I love the writing. I love the artwork and the colors in it by Val Staples. Rudy's artwork is just fantastic because there's so many different mediums in it. There's so many different types of art in one issue that, to me, it's sensory overload, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a great series to pick up. Mighty Avengers number 6. After the last issue, the fallout with Spider-Man and Luke Cage, I'm excited for this to see where they're going to go next. And there's a cameo by Iron Fist. It is a really good book. So I can't wait to see where they're going in this one. Miss Marvel number 1. Now I'll admit, I have said it many times. Ooh, look at that, a fold out. There she is. I will admit, I have said it many times, I am not a fan of Captain Marvel. I can't stand that book. I really can't stand that book. But I'm giving Miss Marvel a shot. Hopefully this one is good. Hopefully it's better than the Miss Marvel series or the Captain Marvel series. I know it's 2 completely different characters, but I'm hoping this book doesn't taint the Marvel name of character for me forever. So we'll see. This book I picked up, and I get the series regularly. If you looked at the news, there's a little boy named Michael. He's 11 years old, and this little boy, he is a fan of My Little Pony. Sorry, the glare. He's a fan of My Little Pony. And Michael, his favorite pony is Pinkie Pie because he relates to that character. And he does attribute himself as Brony. But Michael, who's 11 years old, was bullied by children at his school, where they called him gay. They called him hurtful names. And Michael attempted to take his own life by hanging himself. Currently, he is in extensive care. They said he has severe brain damage to his lungs, and he's fighting to live. So I urge everyone who's watching this, if you didn't go pick up a copy of My Little Pony, go pick it up for Michael. Okay? We in the comic book community, so many times we're so wrapped up in what's going on with our own lives. We're so wrapped up with what's going on with our videos and what we're trying to put out to the people who watch us. But there comes a time where we do have to take a look at the broader scope of the world, and panel to panel, I know we are going to be doing some things for Michael. We're gonna be putting together a couple videos to raise awareness of this, because as comic book fans, we're one of those groups that is prime that people do love to ridicule. I've heard it, I'm 30 years old, and I've heard people say, wait a minute, you're 30 and you read comic books, isn't that for kids, you need to grow up, that type of thing. But my thoughts go out to Michael, brother, you're not alone. I want you to keep fighting. I want you to hold on. And so when I read this issue of My Little Pony, I'm going to be thinking of you, Michael, and I'm hoping you can pull through. I'm hoping you can wake up. I know you're still not awake. I hope you can wake up for this and for My Little Pony. There's nothing wrong with being a fan of My Little Pony. There's nothing wrong with being a fan of any fandom. Doctor Who, Godzilla, it doesn't matter what you're a fan of, okay? Because that's what you like. That's what makes you you. And don't let some little jerks or anybody tell you you're wrong or you're different because of what you love, okay? This goes out to everyone. Never let someone make you feel low because of something that you love. All right? Stand proud of who you are and what you love. Okay? So My Little Pony. My last two that I got. First is Corsonic Universe. Part 2 of the Shadowfall series. This is number 60. Everybody knows I'm a huge Sonic fan. I love Sonic. So, you know. And finally, I picked up this. This is DC Comics Presents Harley Quinn number 1. It is a mini trade, a 100-page trade. I love Harley Quinn. I told my guy at my shop, I want this. Please put one in my box. It's quite a few stories written by Paul Dini and a couple other writers and artists. And I'm just going to have fun reading this. It collects quite a few Harley Quinn stories, so I'm excited to read this. But that's my haul video for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please listen to what I said about the bullying. It needs to stop. If you have kids, don't let them bully people. Talk to them about it. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. I'm just when someone like Michael, a good kid who just loved a fandom, almost takes his own life. There's no words to say what I truly feel. I want to really emote. I read the article about what happened to Michael, and I had tears in my eyes because as a kid, I remember being bullied as a kid for being overweight, and it's not a good feeling. It's never fun. So please help us raise awareness to stop bullying and to stand strong and be superior. And not bully. So I'm Spin Dash. Please watch us on Panel to Panel or listen to us on the podcast on Podbean or iTunes. And also please subscribe to the Panel to Panel newsletter. I'll put the link down below. So until next week, thank you all so much for watching and have a good night.